Hi everyone, I'm Denise with Spiritual Growth Tarot. Welcome back. And this reading is for Saturday, October 24th. So 3 cards to help us grow and evolve, open to all the love, truth, and wisdom and happiness that there is in the universe and within, of course. So we have the King of Pentacles reversed, Temperance reversed, and the 9 of Wands. Okay, so with Temperance reversed, well, first of all, let's address it straight up. When it's in the upright position, you can see the Archangel here. And you can see the forces of love, truth, wisdom. And you can also see where there might be some resistance to opening to that. And I say that especially because it was reversed. I like to look at this card as a yes and a no. And our job is to open up to wherever we're saying no to all the love and abundance and infinite possibilities, unlimited possibilities in the universe, and also saying no to that wisdom that's inside of you that's already there. And so when you're trying to open to something more, there needs to be 2 yes currents in order to bridge the gap. So this card is all about, to me, the way I see it, is about bridging the gap. Now, most readers see it as, the need to be patient, and that may very well be the case with its reversal coming through today. Traditionally, we're in that realm of maybe a little frustration, maybe something that's excessive, a little just too much of something, and most of all, a lack of long-term vision. But we can always turn it right side up and look for wherever you're blocked. Look and see why you're not tapped into a bigger picture, why you're not sitting and meditating every day to focus on what it is that you want to create, or to see where you're blocked. Or to get to that peaceful place where you do feel balanced and there's no excess. Because when there is that excessive place happening, I always find that it has to do with an unmet real need. So we all have real needs to connect, to share our creative self-expression. We have real needs to love, because that's who we are. We are love, and love by nature needs to share. So anywhere where you feel like you're not able to do that, to have that comfort and connection and sharing, that's the obstacle. That's the obstacle. Sometimes I can't get my mouth working right. But that would be the obstacle to look for, like what is in there, what fear is in there, what's going on, and through meeting it head on, that's how you bridge the gap. Meeting the fear, looking for the wounding, and meeting the pain of the wounding. From, if it's not this lifetime in your childhood, then it's lifetimes before, and they all go together. So, you don't really have to do past life regression. It'll come through on your own. I mean, you can if you want to, and there are many wonderful regression therapists out there. But you can open to it on your own. You can work with someone to help you. You can deal with what's in the here and now. Where is it that you feel blocked in the here and now? And then I'm sure you'll connect it with past lives as well. And there can be, support in clearing it out. But you can clear it out on your own too with meditation every day. So this tells me there's a need for that. I feel like there's a need to sit with your higher self and be with your lower self and use your conscious, ego self, the ego that says, I'm going to sit and meditate, and I'm going to surrender I'm going to surrender to my higher self, and we're going to talk to my lower self or to my wounded places that need healing and light and love. So when you set that boundary, then you can clear out any places. I feel like this has to do with a father issue. I feel like this has to do with a father who didn't give you what you really needed, and then maybe this could even play into like if it were a father and then also a husband or some other partnership where they made you do all the work in order for you to feel loved and received, or and you bought into that because that's what we do. We pair up with people to help us heal, and it's painful, but if it's not healing with love, it's going to come through anyway. So I always prefer to get my lessons in a loving way, but it hasn't been, when I was younger, that wasn't the case. And I'm sure it wouldn't be for most of you either. So until we get the lessons, they'll keep coming back. But the lesson with the King of Pentacles here, it has something to do with somebody who held up resources, withdrew, their resources from you. Someone who was controlling, someone who was hoarding, maybe. But most of all, just too domineering and too controlling. And it doesn't have to be that it was a father. It doesn't have to be that it was even a man. It can be that it was a woman who had all the resources and withheld. There can be that. So there could be some of that, some awareness of that comes through on this day. And what I would like to say about the Nine of Wands is just to hang in there, persevere, don't give up. Don't give up at all. Have the courage, because this is really a test of faith. Like, how much work will you do to get to the place where you're balanced and happy? The Temperance card is such a major gateway that you'll go through over and over and over and over again every time you're trying to create something new. Because what precedes it is the Death Rebirth card, where something has to be released. Some gateway has to, you have to go through that gateway of surrender, and an old part of you, like an old part of ego material or fragmented soul substance, fragmented ego, has to be transformed. And it doesn't mean you give up your ego, because without your ego, you wouldn't be able to say your name or know who you were. It's part of your personality. What you want to do is just always surrender it to your higher self. You want to slow down. Get your cues from your higher self before you react. So if there's some old reactive emotional material that is being released, as in if this were the Death Rebirth card here, what happens is that you open up to this gateway where you do find the places where you were blocked and where you can bridge the gap with spirit. With your spirit, your higher self, your greater self. And when you're communing with spirit, the thing that I want to warn everyone about is, don't just open up to just spirit. Don't just sit down and say, well, I want to open up to the spiritual realm. You want to open up to only the highest levels of love and truth. Truth is love. It's one and the same. But you want to open up only to the highest levels, and you want guidance for healing or whatever it is that you're wanting guidance about. You don't want to just open up to any old spirit, because that's just not smart. So there's that, and I think that speaks to this card reversed as well. But moving through the gateways, when it's reversed, when I get reversals, it either has to do with the opposite meaning of the true meaning of the card, or it means to go back to the card before it. So it's just a little bit of a distortion in bringing in the true consciousness of the card when it's in a reversal. But when when you've made it through this gateway, or every time we make it through this gateway, then the next card is, it's number 15. It's the Devil card. Now, with the Devil card, and this is the reason this one precedes it, with the Devil card, there is the propensity for imbalance, for addictions, for getting stuck. But when you use the energy correctly, when you use the energy and consciousness that's in the Devil card correctly, you become master over your own life and what you can bring in and manifest. And it's not done from control. It's not done from any rigidity. And it's not done, it doesn't come from oh, please give me this. It comes from a place of knowing who you truly are and that you're your creator of your own reality. And it has to do with breaking free, and your power is reclaimed back into the natural authority of who you really are. I mean, because that's already there inside of you, and your real work is just to clear that out. So it's like clear out the self-doubt, clear out the confusion, clear out the place where you say no to yourself, like I'm not good enough. Those are all, like the bondage places that could be within the Devil card. So, that's just a little piece of that, the natural order of the major arcanas. So don't ever be afraid if you get the Devil card. That's it. It's just a check-in point, like how well are you doing on manifesting what it is that you want in your life, as well as reclaiming your own power, and being careful if there's some type of, like still some chains, if there's any chains that have to do with maybe materialistic ways too. Sometimes it can be that. But just any type of bondage where you don't feel truly free, like where you're still tied to someone else or something else. So you can break free, and then of course the next card after that is the beautiful, Tower card, which if we haven't broken through any bonds, of like, let's say we're stuck, within the addictive places like the Devil card, well, the Tower's right there next to it, and of course will bring in the issues to deal with, because with the Tower card, you will break through someday. Eventually you will completely break free of your false self. That's the way I see that card. So without getting into a whole tarot lesson, which I'll do someday if you guys want, go through each card, but just let this suffice for today to look at wherever you're out of balance. And if you're out of balance, why aren't you going inside to find your true source, your true connection? And that is really our daily work. That's where we always have to persevere, and we have to prioritize, and we have to give ourselves that time every day. Like at least 20 minutes a day to meditate on what it is that you really want. And if you're not working on that at least 20 minutes a day, then you have to question yourself, like, is it something I do really want? Because maybe you don't really. And until you really do, you won't sit and work on your own resources, bringing in your own inner authority. Because when the King of Pentacles is upright, of course you're in the area of having control over your own life, and you're in your own power, and you're very, very secure and safe. So any aspects of feeling unsafe with a father figure in your life from the past, or a man that you're with now, or a woman that you're with now, which seems to be controlling, or any people in in your life that are like that. Those are the issues to work on. And then you can turn everything right side up. So let me see if I have anything else to say more about the Nine of Wands. This can be a test of faith, and especially coupled with the Temperance card. So when it comes to faith, I always feel like it's best to learn to have faith in yourself, in your connection to the universe, because the universe is alive and well within every cell in your body. It's in the nucleus of every cell of your body. And this outer world is a mirror to the sum total of all of your beliefs, attitudes. You know, and so our work is really just to look for the false beliefs. And as you clear that out, you know, you will have so much faith in yourself, and the peace will come through because you know that you're the one that creates your own reality. When you get in touch with the way you've miscreated your reality, then you realize, wait, if I messed it up, I can fix it. And in fact, you're the only one that can. Now, this is also, I get the feeling of a lot of independence with this card too. You know, this is a very independent card. So nurturing your unique higher self, your unique personality, your unique self is a big part of this. And that is what is the most sustainable, absolutely. So, okay, well, I think that's all I have for today. Thank you for listening. I welcome any questions or comments you may have, as long as they're nice. Okay, thank you. Bye.